time is of the essence as Dylan Stewart committed like 30 seconds before we went on air. Josh Newberg is down here at the studio. He's about to do some work, kind of get ready for his show. When we say, Josh, Dylan Stewart just committed to South Carolina. Can you jump on live? Josh is a pro's pro. He says, where do you want me to sit? Line the camera up. Let's get after it. So without further ado, welcoming on national recruiting analyst for On3, Josh Newberg. Josh, one, thank you. Two, how are we doing, man?
Man, what a morning it's been. We didn't know this was coming. Well, Dylan Stewart had insinuated that he was going to make a decision before August ended, but he also had said at times that he was going to take this thing the distance. So we didn't really know, but as more chips started to fall this summer, Dylan Stewart committing to South Carolina is not a surprise. Now, maybe the timing of it all is a surprise, but this has been trending in that direction. Now, there's a lot of people that didn't want to believe it was trending in that direction, but if you follow the inside scoop and you also follow the visits, then you would know that South Carolina was in position to land the number 2 player in the country, Edge Dylan Stewart.
I mean, it sounded like it was South Carolina and Ohio State going back and forth. And the pitch for Ohio State, it felt like you can kind of fill in the blanks for yourself there. Hey, Larry Johnson put a lot of guys in the league. Ohio State consistently had phenomenal defensive lines. What was it about South Carolina for them to land Dylan Stewart? Josh, was it the relational side of things? Was it the SEC? Well, what was it that put them in position to land this commitment before the season even started?
Of course, it's relationships. That matters a lot. But also, I think they convinced him that everything he needed was in South Carolina, from friends, family, personal development, professional development. The coaching staff there was going to be able to take care of him. He saw it all, and he saw it many times. He visited South Carolina nearly double or triple some of the other schools that were even considered favorites to land Dylan Stewart. So this had been a long time coming. South Carolina just didn't pop up out of nowhere to land the number 2 player in the country, 5-star plus edge, Dylan Stewart. He goes 6'5", 250 pounds, huge wingspan. He's been clocked at a 4.6 40. He is an absolute freak at the edge position, and South Carolina fans are partying on a Tuesday morning.
I mean, they land Nicholas Harbor from the D.C. area, and now they land Dylan Stewart from that same area. Is South Carolina starting to maybe find themselves a little bit of a pipeline from D.C. to Columbia? I mean, there's a lot of good talent in that DMV area, Josh.
Yeah, they really are, and they're finding their footing. And last year when the Nicholas Harbor rumors were going, South Carolina was a team that everybody had in that top group, but not a lot of people were giving the credit to them to be a finalist, to be able to close out on a 5-star with all the attention, because Nicholas Harbor was one of the lone 5-stars still remaining for that second signing day. So they had a ton of competition for him, just like they did with Dylan Stewart. And, there was predictions made for Ohio State. When he went down to Miami, there was a lot of momentum that Miami would have a shot at him. He visited Alabama. He visits Georgia. He goes to Michigan. But in the end, it's Shane Beamer doing what Shane Beamer's been doing for the last 12 months, and that's recruiting and landing big-time gets like this one, Dylan Stewart.
Absolutely unbelievable. Well, Josh, thank you so much for jumping on at the drop of a hat. Also, shout out to the production team. This news breaks. Grab a South Carolina hat. One, tap you on the shoulder, get you in the studio, put a helmet behind you. Josh, last question before we get you out of here. How much of an impact do you see this having for South Carolina now going forward? Because they landed Nicholas Harbor last year. Pretty much at the very last minute you could land someone on the second signing period. Now they've got the 5-star edge defender Dylan Stewart already committed, and they've got some runway here with the fall. Do you think this could maybe be a thing where they kind of use this as some momentum going forward, kind of some rocket fuel for the Gamecocks?
Without a doubt. And they've already been doing a great job recruiting the trenches. They got a pair of offensive tackles in Josiah Thompson and Cam Pringle that are some of the best in the country. Now you flip over to the defensive side of the ball, you added Dylan Stewart. They're not done yet. They got their sights set on Daniel Hill, a running back out of Mississippi that they're battling Alabama for. And right now, if you're a South Carolina fan, you got to think that you can beat anybody on the recruiting trail with Shane Beamer and his staff right now on this Tuesday morning, where 5-star plus edge Dylan Stewart is a Gamecock.
Putting out the chest a little bit more if you're in Columbia today, kind of walking around with a little pep in your step. Josh, you're about to host a bunch of big-time commitments here on the On3 YouTube channel. I want to give you a chance to tell the people about that before we let you go.
Oh, yeah. We're fired up. On Saturday, we're double dipping. We have Amari Jefferson around 3 p.m. Then we have the 5-star plus safety, KJ Bolden, number 1 safety in America. He will be committing live on the On3 YouTube channel at around 6 p.m., And then on Sunday, we're not done yet. We have Nathaniel Frazier, running back out of California. Big time weekend coming up on the On3 YouTube channel. Guys, make sure you're all tuned in.
Make sure you're clocked and locked. Josh, thanks so much for jumping on at a moment's notice. You're the absolute man. I have a funny feeling we're going to do this again real soon. We'll have you on again Thursday. We'll break down KJ Bolden.
Absolutely, JD.
But,
have a great show.
Appreciate you, Josh. Again, Josh Newberg, the man, the myth, the legend, national recruiting analyst for us here at On3. Also dropping bangers weekly with the Inside Scoop. Would encourage you to subscribe for that, as well as for the number of commitments that are about to happen right here on the On3 YouTube channel.